Hello. Back again at it. This is the Senior Lead Show. Um, I have BDC Jamaican Jet Sauce. Wow, how are you guys?
We're okay.
Good.
Awesome. And I have T. How are you, T?
Hello, welcome to the Senior Lead Show.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you for joining us, guys. Uh, I'm Dixon Maiden, also known as Coach Maiden. Um, I'm one of the directors with LCC Media Foundation. And today, we're doing this podcast interview with seniors just to, get more information about what's going on during COVID, how COVID has impacted you guys. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Well, we were born in Jamaica.
Awesome.
Jamaica, West Indies.
Oh, Jamaica, West Indies. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I see you got a Jack sauce, Daddy C Jack sauce. I'm a little bit curious how you guys came up with that. Before we
Well,
get into the questions.
well, I came up with it because I'm a cook for over 25 years. And, every time I cook, people used to love it and ask me, where do I get that seasoning?
Mm-hmm.
So I used to cook it for friends and, family. And so quite a few friends used to come up and wanted to buy. And I'm not selling it. I can give you some. And, friends, oh, I'll be your first customer if you make me, and then you can go business with it. And
Mm-hmm.
then I start with that. I sell the first one to one of my friends.
Wow. And so how long have you guys been in business? Did you guys start this business in COVID, or you guys been around for a while?
Actually, I started before COVID, but it wasn't popular. I was just selling to friends alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so where are you guys located, and how can people find the restaurant? Because me, I love chicken, so
So we have about 8 or 9 stores that are carrying it in Calgary right
Mhm.
now, and we have an Etsy store, and we have a website as well.
Mhm.
So we have an Instagram page and a Facebook page, so persons can reach out to us, or they can go to the Etsy page or the website and order it from there.
Okay. Wow. So you guys deliver around Canada, everywhere in Canada, right?
Everywhere in Canada, yes.
Wow.
And to the US as well. Not as much US clients, but yeah, we deliver to the US as well.
Wow. That's awesome. And as seniors, how did COVID impacted you guys? I'm gonna go back to COVID questions. Like, how has COVID impacted you, and um is there any positive things you have gotten from this whole lockdown we are having right now?
Well, yes, because we officially registered the business in January 2020,
Mhm.
and then COVID hit in March. So all the plans that we had, like to go to festivals in the summertime and do tastings and stuff, couldn't happen at all. So then we had to rethink, what do we do? We couldn't close the business because we had just opened it.
Mhm.
So we started looking around and we thought about finding distributors for the
Mhm.
business, small businesses. And then, of course, because of COVID, the jars that we use were not available. So we were out of jars even until Christmas because we got jars the week before Christmas was due. Christmas was on the Thursday, and we
Mhm.
got the jars the Friday before Christmas. That's a week. So we never had much sales in Christmas because we
Wow.
didn't have anything to put. Yeah.
So you guys had some challenges because of COVID. So how did you
Yes.
guys manage to get out from that challenge? Did you guys get more jars, or?
We eventually got more jars,
Mhm.
but not enough to do like a lot of sales.
Mhm.
So come January 2021, then things started coming back, not really totally to normal, but enough that we could get jars to buy and lids to buy and that sort of stuff. And so we have started really ramping up what we're doing starting this January.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a really powerful story, and I'm gonna ask you a question here. In the summer, I know probably this is gonna be the second summer we have COVID. What activities as seniors are you guys gonna be doing? Like, is there any change? Are you guys spending time with grandkids, or like how is it any different for you guys?
Wendell, you want to answer that one? I can answer as well, but you go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's tough. We were planning to for this summer. I think it was gonna open up. We were planning to go to Reggae Fest and we can do some tasting. But actually, people taste how to and see how to use the DCJERK sauce or
Mhm.
to cook with it and what they can do with it. We were want to go out and let people see, but we don't know the outcome the um for the
For the
summer
summer,
yet.
yeah. So
Wow.
what we have done, just adding to that, what we have started doing is making really small samples
Mhm.
so people can actually taste it.
Wow.
Because we can't do the tasting. So yeah, we've just come up with some small samples instead.
Wow. And are you guys doing any online like teaching people how to mix the sauce with the chicken online kind of stuff? Since and
We actually just started on Saturday. I started putting on recipes.
Mhm.
We always have the different ways that you can make it, pictures of the different ways you can use it.
Mhm.
So now we have started putting on a recipe every month. So we have a recipe a month. And I should also say that we have the vegan version as well as the regular version. So what we're doing is we're the first recipe that we put on this month was a vegan version.
Okay.
So you use it with chickpeas.
Mhm.
And that's on our Facebook page, and it will be on our Instagram page in a couple of days. And then we're going to be starting a YouTube channel where we're actually going to be cooking and showing you how to cook the actual items that we have on the recipes.
Wow. That's going to be amazing. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And
You
and and another question for you guys: how do you find as seniors? How did you guys find? Do you find it's hard to transition into technology, or you guys feel like you're okay with technology because this COVID thing just happened, right? And a lot of people were forced to put their business online. Uh, so how did you guys manage to transition? Right, either your business or your life or anything like that, or to go online. Was it hard for you guys, or how is it for you guys?
Yes, it was hard because, and even now it's very hard. But the thing is, we just have to do it. We
Hmm.
have no choice. If we want to be doing what is the best thing for our business, then we have to be online. And so every day we try to learn something new,
Hmm.
how to do something online, and work with it because there's no turning back
Hmm.
going online.
Wow.
So as soon as if we don't go online, then we're going to be left behind, and we don't want to be that. So,
Wow. And you guys look like you're a power couple, right? And how long have you guys been married?
oh, do you know how long have we been married?
Maybe 29 years. I know
29
from
years.
one.
Wow, that's amazing. And what advice would you give someone who's young like me? What is the key to be able to stay with somebody for 29 years? What is the key? Like, what do you do?
Just don't say no to your wife.
That's really hard to say no for the next 29 years. Um, that's
You
gonna
know
be
what?
hard.
You just have to compromise and realize that you're two different people,
Hmm.
and there's some things that you have to just accept that you wouldn't normally do.
Okay.
Because when you get married, and this is what I think a lot of people don't think about, when you get married, it's not your way only anymore.
Hmm.
You have to think about the other person as well.
Wow, that's powerful, right?
Yeah.
Because us as young adults, we're always selfish, right? We're always thinking about
Yes.
ourselves. So
Right.
it's really hard when you start living with somebody and
Oh,
start
yes.
taking their decisions to get that in consideration.
Yes.
Um, so another question for you here: are you guys grandparents? Do you guys have any grandkids?
Oh, yes.
So
Two grandkids.
what do you guys enjoy more about being grandparents?
Spoiling the kids and sending them home.
And with COVID, how has that impacted? Did COVID impacted the relationship, or do you guys see your grandkids now and then?
Not really. COVID hasn't impacted us a lot because they live about 5 minutes from us.
Okay.
So we see them really often.
Well, that's good.
Like at least a couple of weeks,
That's good. That's
If we
good.
don't go to their house, then they come over and just to say hi and then they're back home, yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. And you guys, during this COVID time, do you guys have any hobbies you're doing outside your business? Like what keeps you guys entertained? Especially if you're not doing business, what do you guys do on your spare time?
TV.
TV.
He does TV. Yeah, he does TV. I like to read a lot, and I'll watch TV with him, which is not something I like, and that's why I say in marriage, compromise is something you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll watch TV with him. And on Friday nights, we have date nights at home.
So you guys still do date nights?
Yeah,
Every
why
Friday.
not? Every Friday night.
Wow. See, I have to take some notes, right? Because I don't know, it's very hard, especially like in this day and age, for you to schedule like a date night, right? Because the life is busy, social media, working, there's just a lot of things, right?
No, you know what? If you have a partner,
Mhm.
whether you're married or just living together, you have to schedule your date night.
Wow.
It's Tuesday nights from
Mhm.
8 until 10, and nothing can come between that unless a child is sick, if you have a child or, an emergency like that. But
Wow.
nothing else, no work, nothing.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
and the thing is, when we're young, like for me, I find it hard with my wife. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I have to spend 2 hours with you, like really. but I have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the advice, saying
Yeah.
don't say no. Always say yes, right?
And you know what? It gets easier as you keep on doing it.
Mhm.
It becomes a habit, right?
Mhm.
And if you have a habit, it's hard to break. So make that a habit where you get together with your wife, as I said, whatever day is good for you, and just spend some time together. Schedule it. Put it in your calendar, just like you schedule your meetings with your work or whatever else. Schedule it in your calendar. As I said, Tuesdays 8 to 10,
Mhm.
date night, and every week.
Every week. Wow.
Every week, yeah.
That's a big commitment for every week. I was thinking maybe once a month.
Really?
So
every week.
wow, that's good, guys. If you guys are listening to this, you might want to take some notes every week. Try to spend time with your loved ones, whether you're living together or whether you're married.
Yeah.
So what keeps you guys motivated? What keeps you guys waking up every single morning to say, you know what, we gotta work on our business? Like, what is it? How do you guys fuel your motivation every day?
Well, the thing is, we're both believers, right? We're both Christians.
Yeah.
So we get up every morning and we thank God just that we're alive and well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our devotions and then we move on with our day.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so that's what motivates us. We just know that God is in the midst, and no matter what happens,
Mm-hmm.
He's always there with us,
Do you have some days where you don't feel like doing anything and you do it anyway?
Of course. Do you?
Yeah.
Of course. That's just being human, right?
Yes.
Someday I'm lazy.
Oh, some days you're lazy, but you cannot say no. You cannot say no. Yeah. I have a question here in the comments. Do you feel aging or being a senior can stop you to do anything?
Not really.
Mhm.
No, I don't believe that. I think that no matter how old you are,
Mhm.
and you can be 70, 80, and once you're able to do something, go ahead and do it. Don't let age stop you.
Okay. Wow. So age is just a number. You can
It
go out,
is
you can
just
go
a
after your
number.
dreams and things you want to do. Because
Yeah.
most people think that they're older. And what advice would you give someone right now who's older, who want to start a business, and they feel that I'm old, maybe it's too late. What advice would you give them?
It's never too late. Whatever you want to do, and what no matter your age, just go for it, man. Because once you sit down, that's the time your joint gonna be seized up. So you better keep moving, do
Yeah.
whatever, and then you will more stronger. The
Mhm.
more you move, the more you get stronger.
Yeah.
Wow. And do you guys, as seniors, do you guys have felt fear in your business, like, oh man, I don't think it's gonna work? Or have you guys ever felt like self-doubt, doubting yourself whether you should do this business or not, or whether you should go after something or not? And if so, how did you guys overcome that? Because we face that as young adults, where we fear something, thinking that, you know what, if I go after this, maybe people are gonna say something about me. So if you
Yeah.
guys have done that.
Well, for me, of course, when I start out, I doubt and I never want to go no further. But when the power up, the strong wife, then she's the one who motivate it and be the engine and push it. So she's the one who pushes forward because if it was me, I would stop already.
Yeah.
Wow. So is there a benefit to having a wife, a powerful wife, or like when you're looking for somebody, you have to look for someone who can actually hold you accountable, or how is it?
Somebody who will motivate you, who will
Hmm.
not draw you down and give you a doubt answer, who will push you.
Awesome. Wow. Another question for you here. What do you think what do you think the turning points in your life has been? So do you have guys any turning points where you guys take a shift in your life?
Um, Turning point in my life. I'm not really sure exactly what the question means, but I have, for example, I am also a bookkeeper and a payroll administrator.
Hmm.
So that is my personal job. That's
Okay.
what I love doing. But then because my husband is a chef and he loves making the sauce and he wanted to do it, I had to step up and help him with it, right?
Hmm.
So the turning point maybe because he decided to do the business, and I know I had to help him because I have fears too,
Hmm.
but my fears are like always short lived.
Okay.
I always talk to myself and I say, you know what? No matter what the fear is, I have to move forward. I can't go back.
Hmm.
So that's the biggest thing. He would like just stop and don't do anything, but yeah. So yeah, that's the turning point, I think.
Wow, wow, that's powerful, guys. If you're listening to this or you're gonna rewatch this, this is a very powerful um conversation we're having here. And did you guys ever have any setbacks in your life where you felt like giving up?
Well, yes, a lot of time, but you have to just know that the works have to be done, and you have to just push on and continue and don't watch your fear or what's kind of stumbling block in front of you. Just try step over or jump
Yeah.
over whatever way you can get over it and just keep moving.
Yeah, because I think about COVID.
Hmm.
We started a business in January and COVID hit in March.
Yep.
And, we could have just said, oh, how are we going to do it? And just sit and mourn or complain, right? But we just thought about, okay, we can't do it this way, so let's find another way to get it done.
Hmm. And,
So,
and
yeah.
and and in the same question there, what about, like, did you guys have anyone who told you that, or when you go tell them your business idea or something you want to do and they try to talk you out of it, like naysayers or something like that? How did you guys overcome that? If so, did you guys ever have anyone like that,
Not really, not with this business,
or
because
with any other business?
as older persons, yeah, I have had business before, and
Hmm.
people have tried to encourage me not to do it. But let me tell you, I'm a very strong person.
Hmm.
So if I decide I'm going to do something, nobody can stop me.
Hmm.
So you have to be determined and you have to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Am I doing it because I want my friends to agree with me? Or am I doing it because I want to do it as a person? you know. So that's the biggest challenge most people have. They want their friends to say, oh, yeah, it's a good thing. But if their friends say, no, that's not such a good thing, then they stop.
Wow.
But if you stop, you should stop because you don't think it's a good thing, not because somebody else doesn't.
So you have to actually believe in your craft first before.
Right.
Wow.
Yes.
That's powerful. That's really powerful. And I have another question here in the comments. How do you define a successful life or a good life?
A life where you get up every morning and you're healthy and strong and you have a roof over your head. That's a successful life for me. What about you?
Have good health and strength, and that's it.
Wow. So how do you guys balance? Okay, so how do you guys balance business? You have you guys probably working, and then your life, your relationship, your family. How do you guys manage to balance that? Like, because most of the time, like for me, I have business, I have work, I have a lot of things I do, and I find like sometimes I'm like I'm all over the place. I'm like, oh my god, I can't balance anything. So how do you guys manage to keep those things together?
Well, it's since COVID I get a break because I work 24/7 because I have my full-time job where I go to,
Mm-hmm.
and then after come home, then I will have to go somewhere else to another kitchen to do my jerk sauce or something like that because I can't do it at home. I have to go to a commercial kitchen to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and then back, and then I have to get up to go work in the morning again, and so I'm always on the go. Since COVID, I can get to relax.
Wow.
Yeah, but also, as I said earlier, that is where the date night comes in.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the night comes in, where you say, okay, this time is for me and my partner only.
Mm-hmm.
And not to talk about the kids either. Just for us to enjoy ourselves, do something that we both like. Maybe go out for a walk if it's possible, or watch a movie. Sometimes we go to the movies when the theaters were open.
Okay.
Go somewhere and buy ice cream and just both of you just sit and eat.
Wow. So wow. I'm like I haven't seen a lot of people who's been together for like 29 years. Right? And I think it's a powerful thing, right? And I'm blessed to meet you guys and get to know you a little bit. So I'm gonna go back there. How did you guys meet? Let's go back there because I want to know. I want to know, right? I'm actually curious because I'm like, how did you guys meet, and how did you guys end up being in Canada, staying together from Jamaica? What was that look like? What did that look like?
Well, I used to work in a hotel back in Jamaica, and in the same hotel, she used to manage the gift shop. She was the manager in the gift shop.
Okay.
So I used to go in the gift shop and saw her, and then my eyes light up, and I see what I want in the gift shop.
Okay. So you're just going there. You're not going for the gifts in the shop. You had another gift in mind. Wow. And you guys, and when did you guys move to Canada?
Well, I used to work on the cruise ship, and the kids did come to Canada earlier for schooling and whatever. And I used to work on the cruise ships, and she was home alone in Jamaica.
Okay.
So she didn't want me to come back to Jamaica, and I said no because what the wages that I make on the cruise ship, I can't make it in Jamaica. So I don't want to go back down there. And she was always down there alone because actually on the cruise ship for 10 months every year.
Mm-hmm.
So she always alone down there. And so the kids decided to take us to Canada for us to. So then I leave the cruise ship and come over to Canada.
Yeah.
Wow. And since you come to Canada, what did you find that it was a big culture shock, or how did you guys manage to settle here?
Well, I love settler in the summer, but not in the winter.
Nobody likes the
Oh,
winter. Wow.
it wasn't really a big culture shock for me
Mm-hmm.
because the kids were always coming back to Jamaica and we always talk about the weather and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I knew, what it was because we came here in winter. But when we came, I at least had an idea, you know. It was different when you came here, but still I had an idea. And so I'm just this person who is whatever happens, I just have to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I came in the winter time because we came in February 1st. So I came in the
Wow.
dead of winter. But we had to do it. We had no choice, right?
Wow.
So
Did you find it
we
hard?
just did that.
Did you find it hard relocating from Jamaica to here?
Well, for me, it wasn't that hard because I was always away on the cruise ship. So for 10 months, so it wasn't hard for me.
Okay.
And for me, it was okay because even though we still have our home in Jamaica, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are between Canada and Jamaica. We haven't gone back since COVID, of course, but yeah, so we still have our home there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Wow. That's powerful. So, guys, if you're watching this, oh my God, I'm learning a lot, and I love to learn every day, right? Because every time you have a conversation with somebody, you get to learn something, and I'm actually blessed to learn from you guys. I'm gonna do a commercial break, and then we'll come up, and then we can wrap it up. Commercial break. Wow. So, guys, we're doing an art class for seniors every Saturday at 6 p.m. And I find that a lot of seniors, they get a chance to actually spend time drawing.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna join it too because I'm a bad drawer. I don't know how to draw. So, yeah. So, let me see what other questions I can ask you guys. I have a lot of questions. So, okay, your childhood. Let's talk about your childhood a little bit. So, based on 2021, right now we know that there's COVID, things are happening. What are the challenges you guys are finding? Do you find that, like right now in 2021, things are way different, or would you like things to go back the way they were? Which one would you prefer?
I prefer go back how it was before.
Okay.
For me, as I say, I just accept things as they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. It's 2021 and there's COVID and I just have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And I got another question. If you guys win $1 million tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you do with the money?
I would first I would give some to charity, and I always promised a church in Jamaica that if I win the lotto, I would finish pay for it because it's still paid a mortgage on the church.
Wow. And what did you do with it?
I don't know what would I do with it.
Finish the business.
Maybe I would just set up the business as I wanted to and then give some away as well.
Wow.
I'd give some of the money away.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So for your business, what is the next 3-4 years look like for your business?
Well, for me, for the next 3-4 years, we're hoping that we're looking at renting a part of a plant in Leduc or getting a manufacturer to produce the jerk sauce for us, so we don't have to do it on our own anymore. And hopefully by then, the next 3 years, we will have that set, and then we won't have to be, doing all the things by ourselves. We will just be managing it.
Okay. Yeah. I have a question here. Was there a time when you felt isolated? And if so, what did you do?
I always play games. So if I feel boring or, we played like dominoes or card packs, Monopoly, and We always play games together when we are bored, so we always have something.
Yeah, we've never. I don't think we've ever really felt isolated because we're
Mhm.
always together. Even
Okay.
when my husband works, he comes home in the evenings, right?
Yeah.
So we've never really felt isolated. I don't think. But if I'm thinking off the top of my head, if I were to feel isolated, I like to play games. As I said, I like to read. I
Mhm.
like to crochet. So I have a lot of hobbies that I would do if I were feeling isolated, you know.
Okay.
And I try to have friends whom I can talk with as well.
Okay.
I have a few persons whom I can just call on the phone and say, what's happening, you know,
And have a conversation.
and
Yeah.
have a conversation with them, yes. So
Wow.
that's a good thing to have as no matter what your age is,
Mhm.
because a lot of people think that young people are not isolated, but they are as well.
Mhm.
Find a few persons, even two or three people, younger than you are, older than you are, just to be able to talk with if you have a problem. And it doesn't matter if it's COVID time or no.
Oh,
That's a
wow.
general rule. Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're watching this, wow, with this a lot of nuggets I'm getting here, and before we close off, what is the word of motivation you can give somebody right now, especially during this time? What word of motivation would you give somebody?
Well, I would say for me, God is able and is always here with us.
Hmm.
Look to Him, and also, as I said earlier, find a few persons whom you can communicate with at all times. When you're feeling down, you're feeling sad, you feel isolated, not able to even think about what is happening, you know, just find somebody to talk with. I'm sure there's somebody who is willing to talk. Like the church I go to, we have on our bulletin board
Hmm.
outside the church, we have, "Are you lonely? Call the number." And it just happens that I am the church administrator, so you'll get to me.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So just find somebody to talk to.
Yeah, especially now it's hard to actually like
Especially,
talk to people.
it's not
Yeah.
really, you know, because people are willing to talk if you're willing to reach out.
Hmm.
It's basically pride that allows us not to talk about what we're going through,
Hmm.
but that doesn't help us in the long run, you know? We just need to tell people what's really happening. And when somebody says, "How are you doing?" "Oh, I'm fine." "No, I'm not fine."
Hmm.
You know, just tell them what's happening.
Okay. Wow. And do you have a word of motivation?
Pindel.
Just think positive and at all time, never think negative. Just always on the positive side of life.
Wow. Wow, that's powerful. I want to thank you guys for taking your time and coming on our show, and like teaching me and the other people who are watching. I always love to learn from my elders, seniors. It always gives me the joy of education.
Yeah, and
Education.
if somebody needs somebody to talk with, as I said,
Hmm.
I'm available. I work from home all the time.
Hmm.
In this time, if you don't have anybody to talk with, just call me. And my number is available on our website, on our Instagram page or Facebook page. My number is all around, so it's no secret.
Yeah, and we're gonna put your business information on the link under this video when we are done, so that
Yes,
people can know where to get that sauce. And I'm gonna order some sauce too because I
good.
think
And I
December
can
is
ship
gonna be
it
good.
to anywhere that you are as well. It can be
I'm,
shipped to you. So,
I'm in Edmonton. I'm in Edmonton, so.
oh, that's easy.
And guys, we have a free painting class every Saturday 6 p.m. So for those
Yes.
guys, for those seniors 55 and above, if you're feeling lonely, you can connect and you can come and paint. And it's a free, and all the supplies are free too. So don't hesitate to reach out to LCC Media Foundation. You know, what's the website of your source? They need the website.
Okay, it's www.dcjerk.ca.
Okay, right there. DCJERK.ca. So yeah, guys,
Yes.
the website is there, and we're gonna put it in the comments too, so that you have it. Go order, and enjoy the chicken. Right? It's all
Yeah.
about the
And it's
salmon
not
barbecue
just
season.
chicken. Go to our Instagram page. You'll see all the things that you can make with it.
Mhm.
Your
Wow.
eggs in the morning.
With the same sauce.
Yeah. Eggs in
Wow.
the morning. On date nights, eat it as your snack with your chips.
Wow, guys, you hear that? Like me, my first date night, I'm gonna be eating jack sauce. I'll be ordering some. So thank you, guys. I'll do a commercial here, then we'll close. Thank you for coming on our show. And or what's the Instagram handles before we close? They want to know the Instagram.
Instagram, it's okay, www.instagram.com/Daddy CS Jerk Sauce / of course.
Daddy C.
Daddy CS Jerk Sauce. And it's all one word, of course.
Okay, yeah, and we're gonna tag it too, guys. It's right there. So we're gonna tag it too, guys. So like that, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So we're gonna tag it too, guys, so that you can go there and check it out, and make sure you order some, because this summer, if you're sitting at home,
Oh,
you might
yeah.
you might as well be sitting at home and eating chicken. I just think that.
And pork.
And pork.
Or
And pork,
beef.
yeah.
Or steak.
Yeah, and your steak, and yeah, whatever you're having.
Any meat.
And remember the vegan version too. So if you're vegan, you can also have it, because we have that version as well.
Awesome, guys. Well, you gotta go on the Instagram. So thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you very much for inviting us here.
No problem. No
We really
problem at all.
appreciate it.
Bless you.
Okay.